Okay, so it's your investigation tool, and Security Hub hands off complex cases, and what it does is ingest data from all these data sources, so BPC flow log, CloudTrail, guard duty, EKS audit logs. It will build a behavior graph showing relationship between users, resources, and activity over time, with up to 12 months of historical data available for investigation. So rather than you having to dig inside those inside all those data, actually detective will use ML and automatically groups related findings and evidence, instead of doing that manual connecting dots between all these different types of alerts, right? And from security here, for example, you can flag a critical finding, and then detective will and then you can use detective to investigate it. Was this truly malicious? Which user or resources initiated it? What else did they access? How did they move from edge to data? And you can look back up to 12 months to see if this pattern happened before. Is this usual, unusual? Okay, it visualizes the complete attack path with timeline and entity relationship. So detective transforms investigation from hours of manual log analysis into minutes of visual exploration. Okay, and Security Hub actually detects and correlates. A detective investigates with a full layer of context. So where does it fit? Actually, detective from the edge layer, let's say detective collects PVC flow logs showing network traffic patterns, right? From CloudFront and your edge infrastructure, it will ingest CloudTrail logs, capturing every API call made from Route 53, CloudFront distribution, and WAF configurations. And this will give detective visibility into who accessed your edge services, from where and what they did, right, for investigation. And then from the compute layer, you have CloudTrail events showing EC2 instance activities, Lambda function invocations, and ECS task execution. And this will reveal how attackers move laterally through your compute resources. Okay, and from the data layer, a detective collects CloudTrail logs showing S3 bucket access, RDS database connections, and data transfer activities. And this is critical for understanding data exfiltration attempts or unauthorized access to sensitive information. Okay, so from it can receive findings from Security Hub, and as I said before, so Security Hub will identify a critical finding. For example, a compromised instance or messy finding exposed PPI, and it will send that finding to detective for deep investigation. And a detective can correlate all this data across time, building a complete picture of normal behavior and making anomalies stand out. Okay, so actually, if you think about it, detective has already all that evidence. You just need to ask the right question, and it is also able to show you that timeline related to that specific event. Okay, so the output from detective, actually after investigation you can send them to Security Hub. Okay, the detective will can actually send enriched findings, so the finding that or the finding that Security Hub tagged or flagged as critical risk. It will send back that finding with more information. Detective will return the full story, the user's identity, their previous activities, what resources they access, geographic anomalies, and whether this matches known attack patterns. So this enrichment of that findings will add more context and will help Security Hub to better prioritize these tasks. Okay, or you can even say, okay, I want to send all this enriched information to my security team. You can also do that. You can also, it will provide that interactive visualization and investigation reports through its console, and a security analyst can explore that behavior graph, see timeline views of the incident, understand the scope of compromise, and identify all affected resources. Okay. Okay, so next is AWS Security Agent. So this was announced